What is going on, fellow mobile gamers? Welcome back to this weekly roundup show where I cover the 4 most interesting games I played last week. In a quick format, of course, so you can get back to playing all your favorite mobile games very soon again. In this episode, I will be covering a fun, solitaire-like card game, a stress-free puzzle game with a Tetris-like twist, a fully-fledged 2D MMORPG, and lastly, an over-the-top dinosaur-riding online shooter. This is already shaping up to be an amazing episode, so let's just get started with the first game, and remember, as always, that you can find my favorite game of the week at the end of the video. LaTale W is a fully-fledged fantasy 2D MMORPG, and it's based on the 2006 PC MMORPG by the same name. This means that we've got crafting, an advanced character stat system, a proper skill tree with both active and passive skills, we've got player housing, and a game design that incentivizes us to explore the entire world to collect crafting resources. Just like MapleStory M, LaTale W is designed as one of these auto-combat MMORPGs, but unlike MapleStory though, the monetization in LaTale W is rather free-to-play friendly, as we're for example not forced to pay to refill some sort of auto-combat timer, and we don't have to pay for pickup pets either. The game's main drawbacks are that there's a lack of team-based content, we run out of inventory space too quickly, although to be fair, that can be extended for free over time, and that the monetization allows us to acquire everything through in-app purchases, although everything again can also be grinded if you can wait long enough. If you have to make an auto-combat MMORPG that can be played a bit like an idle game, then this is the way to do it in my opinion, as the game has a healthy mix of content that can be autoed and content that simply cannot be autoed. The game requires online access, it takes up 871 MB of space, it's out already on Android and on iOS, and my conclusion is that if you enjoy 2D MMORPGs with semi-auto gameplay, then definitely check out LaTale W, as it beats most other games in the genre. If you just hate auto gameplay though, then to be fair, this game probably isn't for you guys. Now the next game is something completely different than a fully-fledged MMORPG, and it's called Favo. It's a unique, stress-free puzzle game where we have to link 2 or more elements of either red, blue, or green color together to score points, and we do this by dragging panels, which are basically groups of elements, from the bottom of the screen and onto the playing board. Pretty much the game's one and only rule is that if you run out of space on the board, it's game over. But to avoid this from happening, we use merge panels to merge all tiles of the same color into just a single tile, making Favo feel a bit like a new take on the core Tetris gameplay, because merging tiles is pretty much the same as filling up a row in Tetris. The core gameplay really checks out in Favo, it's super fun, and it gets surprisingly difficult rather quickly. And the few advertisements that might scare some of you guys away can be removed through a single $3 in-app purchase, making this game a very easy recommendation. The game can be played offline, it takes up only 138 MB of space, it's available already on Android and on iOS, and if you're looking for a great, stress-free puzzle game, then definitely take Favo for a spin. Full Metal Monsters is an over-the-top 5 vs 5 team-based multiplayer third-person shooter where we ride and fly on the backs of machine gun-equipped dinosaurs as we capture key areas and shoot down the opponents in the game's single conquest game mode. It's pretty much as crazy as it sounds, and it's super fun. The matches are quick, the controls work very well with settings that allow us to change between manual and semi-auto shooting, there's a ton of dinosaurs and weapons to unlock and upgrade, and most importantly, the gameplay is just really fun. Now, as for the monetization on the other hand, we earn premium currency through gameplay and incentivized video advertisements, by the way, and even the best dinosaurs and weapons can be grinded, but on the other hand though, the best dinosaurs can also be immediately unlocked by paying $100, yes, $100 for just a single dinosaur. Now to be fair though, in my time with the game, I didn't actually run into any of these unfair matches against people who had any of these $50 or $100 dinosaurs, but longtime players have reported that the monetization sadly will ruin the gameplay unless you're willing to push through the grind, and it's just so unfortunate because the core gameplay I'm really liking in this game. Since it's an online game, you of course need a constant internet connection to play Full Metal Monsters. It will set you back 619 MB of space. It's out both on Android and on iOS, and while the core gameplay is super fun, this monetization will probably ruin the experience for some of you, so I can't truly give this game more than a consider it from my end. Card Crawl is a fun dungeon crawler solitaire-like card game with a perfect for mobile 3 to 4 minute play session length and a simple core gameplay loop that grows more advanced the more cards we unlock. The goal of the game is to get through an entire deck by drawing 4 cards at a time. However, before we can draw the next cards, we have to get those 4 cards down to just a single card by either equipping, discarding, or attacking the drawn cards, a task that is much more difficult than it might sound, by the way. I really like this game because of how well it kept me hooked throughout the play sessions by making me think think that I still had a chance at winning until the very last moment, which is what keeps the gameplay exciting. The normal game mode and the first 10 ability cards are free on Android, but quests, 3 extra game modes, and all ability cards are unlocked through a single $5 in-app purchase, which is also the game's premium price on iOS. The game is offline playable, it takes up 86 MB of space, it's out on Android and on iOS, and if you like simple card games with a fantasy RPG-ish twist to them, then definitely go check out Card Crawl, as it's my favorite game of the week and arguably one of the best within the genre. You made it till the end, my friends, congratulations, and the YouTube algorithm is loving that you're here, by the way, so thank you for the support. I hope you found some stellar games this week in this episode, and if you want more mobile gaming goodness, then consider hitting that notification bell to fight for the beloved, the cherished, and the highly esteemed first comment reward. Hint, by the way, it's a cookie emoji, but it doesn't get any better than that, fellas. So let the fight for the first comment begin, and until next time, just keep gaming, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys around.